Bet on Columbus, I said. Ride the crew to MLS Fantasy Shangri-La in round 5. I advised Federico Higuain, and I quote, "If he's not your captain, you're probably making a mistake." Forgive me, fantasy owners, for I have failed you. Hey, but that was round 5, and I'm nothing if not resilient. And in round 6, I'm a cheapskate as well. With that in mind, we're gonna rummage around in the bargain bin for the best values in MLS Fantasy, starting from back to front. We'll start out west where the LA Galaxy's Dan Gargan is flying under the radar, but not for long. James Riley is out at right back, knee surgery felling the vet, and Gargan is in. In his first start of the season against Chivas, he picked up an assist and shutout points, and that should just be the beginning. Oh, and did I mention he only costs $5.5 million and is owned by less than 1% of managers? He's going in my cart, and he's gonna go up in price. I'm sticking with right backs with my next fantasy steal, and I'm going to preempt Jason Saggy Sagini before he chimes in the comments section below. Look, I know Toronto FC have buys coming up in rounds 8 and 10. I still think Mark Bloom is someone you should consider stashing on your bench, putting on your watch list, or maybe even playing in the next 2 weeks. He's holding down a starting job, and TFC have 2 shutouts in 4 games. At 6.1 mil and scant ownership, he's not a bad play, especially if that assist against the Crew wasn't a fluke. There's a few tantalizing deals in Dallas as well, but I'm going with an unlikely goal scorer in Javon Watson. The only minutes he's missed this year for Oscar Pereira were because of a bogus red card, and at 6.2 million, he should fit into most budgets. Now, is he going to keep scoring goals at this pace? 3 and 5 to match his previous career total if you're counting at home? Nah. But he's a hot hand to ride, and who knows, maybe Mauro Diaz's passes can keep the Jamaican in front of goal for the foreseeable future. Sticking in the midfield, I think it's about time Gaetano Cato got his due out in San Jose. It's not easy to find starters at 5.5 million with less than 3% ownership, and Cato fits the bill after earning a place on the right side for the Quakes, both in midfield and sometimes in defense. Now, he doesn't have any goals or assists yet, but it's just a matter of time, in my opinion, with his ability to get the inline or create space for those crosses. Look, you think Wando, maybe Alan Gordon, Linhart, those guys can do something with that. The only red flag here, Yannick Diallo's emergence. But Cato could even drop the right back in a pinch. Like I said, he is one to look at. We'll finish the show off with a guy who might be looking at Watson's goal-scoring exports with a little bit of envy. That's Andrew Wenger, who was traded from Montreal to Philadelphia, homecoming for him. He's from the area. Now, can he unseat Connor Casey, back now after some niggling injury issues? That remains to be seen, but at 6.1 million, the price is right for a fourth forward, someone whose potential is high, but still has to prove he can lead a line and finish with aplomb on a regular basis. Well, that's it for this trip down to the fantasy bargain basement. Is your shopping bag full of sure things? No, the deals are cost effective, but they're also flawed, so buy with caution. We'll be back later this week to help you prepare for round 6. Until then, happy hunting, and remember, I can't be held responsible for your fantasy decisions. Oh, and bet on the crew.